Tonight, the candidates for California governor squaring off in a fiery debate as we get closer to the June primary election. Everything on the table, from soaring gas prices to immigration and the Trump administration. Eyewitness News reporter Liz Nagy joining us now live. Liz, tonight seemed to have a different tone, wouldn't you say?
It sure did, Mark. It was fight night at East Los Angeles College with ballots already in voters' hands and 4 weeks to go until primary election day. 2 Republicans and 5 Democrats clawed at each other in policy disputes and some personal cheap shots. In what's been a relatively dull race for governor, tonight's debate delivered the kind of drama that can get voters' attention.
Desperate to break a streak of long-running Democratic control, conservative commentator and comparatively new Californian Steve Hilton laid blame early.
After 16 years of one-party rule from these Democrats that have given us the highest poverty rate, as you mentioned, the highest unemployment rate, and the highest cost of living in the country.
Mr. Hilton, how can you say that Democrats have it wrong when you can't admit that Donald Trump lost the 2020 election?
Hilton, who has the blessing of President Trump, has earned high polling numbers and silently grinned. The sole Republican competitor, Riverside County Sheriff Chad Bianco, took fire from former State Attorney General Javier Becerra, who's now part of a lawsuit against Bianco for seizing more than 500,000 ballots in the 2025 election.
The sheriff is supposed to enforce the law. In this case, Sheriff Bianco violated the law.
I am elected and tasked with enforcing the law in Riverside County. And part of that is fraud. Election fraud is against the law.
It was Becerra, who's seen a surge of support in recent weeks, who spent much of the debate on the defensive. The former Health and Human Services Secretary struggled to explain his policy on health care.
What we have to do is get to the point where we are covering everyone with something like Medicare for all. So I am absolutely for Medicare for all, and we will get there.
Former Orange County Congresswoman Katie Porter, who unequivocally supports single-payer health care, dug in.
I want Javier to answer the question. Do you support California having its own single-payer system?
Katie, the answer there is that Californians don't care what you call it so long as they have affordable health care that they can use to take their child to the doctor or the hospital
when they use my magic wand.
San Jose Mayor Matt Mahan piled on who he called a career politician.
Secretary Becerra always brags about how big the trillion-dollar budgets were that he managed. I'm interested in making government better. The answer isn't always bigger.
Now with a comfortable spot toward the top of polling ahead of the primary, Tom Steyer largely avoided attacks and stuck to his billionaire taxing billionaires stance.
And the truth is, we should be taxing the oil companies because they are getting a windfall profit as a result of the war that the president that they put into office started for no apparent reason. We should be taxing that money. We should send it directly to Californians' pockets.
Democrat Party leaders have been encouraging voters to hold off voting until closer to the election, hoping an enthusiastic frontrunner will emerge and capture a greater portion of the vote. Well, Lady Gaga posted on her social media page ahead of the debate that she was tuning in and taking notes, so perhaps voters are now paying closer attention to what's been a primary of close polling contenders with few breakout moments.